Hello guys, welcome back. In this video I am going to show you how you can install Realtime Web Software on your Windows Server 2016. So before proceeding to the installation, what we need to check, what are the main applications and what are the things that we actually need before proceeding to the installation. So before proceeding to the installation, we need an IIS that will use to host our software, and an SQL server that can be SQL Server 2008 R2 or 2014 or 2016 or later, and Realtime attendance.in application file. The first thing what I usually do is to put all the required files on downloading. So once it's downloaded, we can proceed for further. You can also use Microsoft SQL 2014 or later, and for that just search for SQL Server 2014, and once you are here, just go with the first link and wait till it shows. Click on download, and here you will get 1.1 GB. It's 1.1 GB in size. It's a complete Microsoft SQL 2014 setup. So what I need, I don't think I'll go with that. It depends on your server configuration. If your server configuration is better, then you can use SQL Server 2014 also. Else I'll prefer 2008. So I'll just open my browser for downloading SQL Server 2008 R2. And let's just search for SQL Server 2008 R2. So once you search on Google SQL Server 2008 R2, go with the first link, that is microsoft.com. I always prefer the Express edition, so you'll no need to get a license or what. And here just click on download, and from here we can see what actually we need to download. So the first thing what we have to see is that our server is 32-bit or 64-bit. So just go to your computer's properties, and here it will show that mine is 64-bit. So just close this too, and here you can see here is the 64-bit. Why I am downloading this? There are also, but what is this? SQL Server, you need to download it again. Then again you will need to download the Management Studio also. So what I prefer this one for 64-bit and this one for 32-bit. These are the complete SQL Server with Management Studio that is required for Realtime Web Software. So I'll just click on this and put next. This will start downloading in just a moment. Here the downloading begins. One more thing we need, that is attendance.in file. So for getting the latest attendance.in file, you need to visit on online online realsoft.com, put a slash and type download.aspx. So once you are here you will see download latest attendance.in file. Just click on this, it will start downloading. Till it's downloading, what we will do is we will configure the IIS. As IIS is the part of Windows Server, so we just need to enable it. Let's just have a look how to configure IIS in Windows client operating systems. On other OS like Windows Client OS, what we need to do is we need to enable the IIS from Control Panel. Just search for Control Panel, and once you are in Control Panel, go to Programs. Then from Programs, go to Turn on and off Windows features, and from here you have to enable all the .NET features and all the features available in Internet Information Services. Just enable all of them. So let's see how to enable IIS in Windows Server operating systems. So here we will just go to the Server Manager. Actually IIS is the role in Windows Server. So I'll just click on Add Roles and Features. Click Next, Next again, Next again, and here we will see Web Server IIS. Just click on Add Features. Okay, then click Next. What here we need to do is we need to enable all the .NET features. As the real-time software is based on .NET, so we need the .NETs. So just enable all the .NET features. Add. Click on this too. Okay, it's already enabled. Add features, add features. I think it's done. Click Next, Next. Here are the main features that all must be enabled. Enable all the features and role services. Actually these are the role services. So whatever the role services of IIS, we need to enable all of them. So just enable them all. Don't go with why actually we need that, because these are the required things. So just enable all the features. Actually just enable all the services, not features. IIS 6 is not mandatory, so if you can leave, you can leave it, but I'll just enable here. Just click Next and click on Install. This will take a bit long to install, so just wait and watch till it complete the installation. Let's see where's our downloading status. Oh, our downloading is done. So I'll just get this attendance.in file. I'll just cut it from here, go to my PC. This drive is bit empty. I'll just create a new folder here. I'll just create a new folder here and put a name as Realtime Web Server or Realtime Web Software, and I'll just paste that attendance.in file here. As it's a zip file, compressed file, so I'll just extract this here. I don't want to get any another folder in that folder. and I also don't want to see. I also don't want to show after extracted. Just click on extract. It will start the extraction till it's going. Let's see what's the status of this. Okay, the installation has started. Once the IaaS feature is enabled, I'll put SQL Server or installation, then we'll host that attendance.in file on IaaS. Till then, just wait. So here the IaaS feature is enabled. I'll just close it, close this, and also close the as IaaS is enabled, SQL is already downloaded, and we have also downloaded the attendance.in file. So now what we have to do is we have to host this attendance file using the IaaS. So just browse the IaaS. Here it don't shows. For getting that, we need to go to administrative tool, Windows administrative tool. Here we will see Internet Information Service Manager, that is IIS. Just open it. Expand the sites also. You can add any another site, but right now I'll use the default one. And after this, just go to advanced. From advanced, here is the website path. From here we can just select the website path. So just click here, browse that directory where this attendance.in file is. Here is the file, just make it okay. Just restart. Where are you? Restart once and click on browse, and I'll make the Chrome as my default browser. Okay, for the first time it will take a bit time, just a little bit, but after that the speed will be better. So now till it's going on, I'll just put SQL Server on installation. So I have already downloaded the SQL Server. So here is it. Just run it. Once it's clicked, it will first extract the files, then start the installation. Come on, where are you? Not yet started. Let's just run it again. Okay, here it started. Click on run. Now the setup is extracting the files. Till it's extracting, let's see whether the site is open or not. Here's the welcome page. Right now we can't log in just because we don't have created any database or what. So it won't log in. So for getting login, we need to create a database and activate the license. And for creating the database and activating the license, we need to install the SQL Server first. So let's just install the SQL Server. Here it's almost extracted, just a bit moment more. Now wait till it pop up another window that lead us to the SQL Server installation. Sometimes it takes a bit long to pop up that window, but it always pop up, so just wait till it shows. Here it comes. Now that window will come, that will lead us to the installation. Here it comes. So from here what we have to do is we have to new install or add features. So I'll just click on new installation. Till then just minimize it because we don't need it anymore. I don't actually close it, so you can also just don't make it close, or if you want you can close it, but I'll just minimize it. Now it's showing that is setup process the current operation, so we'll just wait. It will give the first pop-up. Maybe on the first pop-up it may ask for restart also, so let's see. So here is the SQL Server 2008 R2 setup. It will automatically just check and run and automatically complete and close. It will again give another pop-up window. From there our manual work will start. Manual installation process will start. So here the setup wizard is. I'll just make it on full screen. So just accept and click next. Wait till it completes. So here the installation setup has done, and now it's going to give a pop-up of another window. Here it comes. I'll just make it on full screen. And make sure all the features are checked here, and click next. Main thing what we need to remember while installing the SQL Server is real-time web software only need the SQL Server as SQL authentication. Just install SQL Server on SQL authentication, because real-time web software don't run on Windows authentication. Here you can put it on name instance also, but I'll prefer default instance. Now just click next. Now it's at instance configuration. After that it will check the disk space requirement. Here in the SQL Server browser it's already disabled, so we need to make it automatic and then click next. Now it will check the server configuration, and here what we need to see is whether the SQL is going on Windows authentication or mixed mode SQL Server authentication. So I'll just put it on SQL Server authentication. Put your SQL Server login password and click next. Click next again. Now we don't need to do anything. It will start the installation, and this is the last stage of installing SQL Server, and this takes much time. You can see it will take around 15 to 20 minutes. So once it's done, we will proceed to the creating database and attaching that database with that real-time attendance file. So here it's almost done, just few minutes left, and here the installation completes. Now just close the setup tab, and now also we can close this one too. And now as the SQL is done, so now what we have to do is we have to create a database in SQL, create the required tables for real-time web software, and link that database with the real-time application file. So just open the SQL Management Studio, and where are you? Come on. Oh, here it is. Here is the SQL Management Studio. For the first time, it will take a while to open the SQL Management Studio. So just wait a moment till it shows SQL login page. And here the login page comes. Now as I have already told that real-time web software is not going to run on Windows authentication, and also we haven't installed the SQL Server on Windows authentication. So just change it to SQL Server authentication and put the login name and password. By default SQL's login name is SA, and just put the password whatever you have given while installing the SQL Server. I'll just put it on remember and click on connect. and here the SQL Server page comes. I'll just create a new database. For that, just go to new query and put a query for database, that is create database, whatever the name you want. I'll just put it Realtime Web and click on execute. Now the database is created. So what next we have to do is we have to create the required tables, whatever the tables. And now what are the required tables that can be get from the real-time attendance file. So just go to that file, as that file is in this folder, and here is the app data. In app data there is a db script file that contains all the table structures. So just click on edit or open it with notepad and click on Ctrl A to select all it, then just copy, just make it close this one too, and here just select the newly created database and remove this, and here paste all the table scripts we have copied already. Just click on paste and click on execute. It will take a while, and here all the tables has come. Forget what these errors shows. These are actually not the errors, so just don't go with that. Just see the tables are done here. Now we have to put the now we have to link this database with real-time attendance file. So for linking the SQL Server database with that attendance file, we will need SQL Server name, the login name, the password, and the database name. So just I'm going to copy this SQL Server name, and now go to that attendance file again. So you can directly go to the attendance file from that folder, and also as we have already added that attendance file with the website, so directly we can go to explore, and still we are here in that attendance file. Just open. In the below we will see there is file naming web config, that is web.xml file. Just open this file using a notepad. More apps, where are you notepad? Here is it. Click OK, and in this file make sure this name, add this name, not here, just here only, and from here our string begins, our connection string begins. So data source will be the SQL Server name that we have already copied. Initial catalog will be the database name, that is Realtime Web. From here you can see that is Realtime Web. Username is default, this one. Password, while installing the SQL Server I have given this password, that is abc@123. So just make it save. Once it's done, this means the attendance file, this attendance file, real-time attendance file, is linked with this database. Real-time attendance file is now linked with the database. So what we have to do, I'll just close this one for now. So now what we have to do is we have to just restart that website that is holding the real-time attendance file. Just restart it and click on browse. Previously when we have browsed, it has given you this page. Now once the link is done with SQL Server, it will again take a bit time because it's going to redirect you to the license page. Directly it will redirect you to the license page. So just wait till it shows the license page where you need to fill your company details and you'll need to contact with real-time support to get the license. That's why this application is paid whenever you are installing this application on your server. So just I'm going to fill all these details, your company name, your address. These are actually not the required fields. You can't say that required, these are required, but you are not going to see these or use these settings after all. So just put the phone number and get the license for this. Just paste that license here and click on register. Here you are registered. Now you can log in with the default ID password, that is admin and admin. So now here is the login page. And now we just have to fill these details. For the first time we need to create company, branch, department, designation, policies, safety, employee and all other tabs that are required here. Then just go to company to add the company details. Click on add. The address, company name and address, make it save, go to branch, add a branch, add address, make it save, then create departments. Whatever the department you have, you can create them, like sales, account, or what. Just click on add. Put the department name like software, and the designation, add, In the next, we have to add policies. Office time policy. Office time policy is just the conditions on working hour, or they are coming and going. Let's just see. Just make the policy name as general. As all the things you will be aware just by reading the name. Permit later arrival allowed. This means after the shift, what are the time that he is allowed to come late. I'll just put the 10-minute late. Mark as half day, working hour is less than. I'll put it, if your working hour is less than 6 hours, that will be considered as half day. And permit early departure, I'll just allow 10 minutes only. And mark as absent if their working hour is less than 3 hours. And also, if they are coming 1 hours late, that will automatically calculate it as half day. And if they are going 1 hour early before the shift, that will be also considered as half day. And I'll also enable the late coming setting. This means after 10 minutes that will be considered as late, but every third late or fourth late, whatever you will select, every third late of the month will be half day. And I'll just ignore 1 hour OT. If any of the employees having OT of 1 hour, that will be ignored. And enable this option too and make it save. And after that, just go to the shift details to put the timing of your shift. And click on add. Put the shift name and code. I'll just make it both 001. And office time starts from 9:45 and it ends at 18:45. Weekly off will be on Sunday, and second Saturday and fourth Saturday will be full day off. And mark as absent as weekly off as if any employee is absent previous and after the week off, then his week off will be considered as absent. The same way with this, mark as absent as weekly off as. This means leave weekly off leave, then this weekly off will be considered as absent because he is on leave before and after the week off. And this is the OT calculation, and here is the working calculation, whether he wants to calculate first in last out, or calculate all in out, or calculate first in last out with lunch. Just make it save. Now just add employee list. Click on add. You can also import the Excel. If you have number of employees in bulk, you can also import the Excel file. And here I'll just put the employee name, employee code, it depends on you what you add, and card number is the biometric ID that must be 8-digit. So ID, whatever the email ID or phone number you want to put, the company name you have created, the department you have created, the designation you have created, and also the office time policy you have created, the shift you have created, you can all these select from here. Now just make it save. Yeah, I was telling you how you can import the Excel. From here you can just import that Excel too. Here's the from here you can download the master template. As per the template you have to fill your employees data, and from here you can just choose upload and create that master. So you will not need to go to employee list and add all the employees one by one. In the next step, what you need to do is you need to add the biometric. So just go to add machines, add or edit machines. Click on add. As the software is on your local server, so you can choose machine ID as per your requirement, whatever the machine ID you want. And from here you can select the model number and put the serial number, put the server port, and select the branch, whatever the branch you have created. And this is for access control, but we can select it in and out both and make it save. Now for connecting the device you have two options. Either you just run a utility naming live data SQL. So for now I'll just let you know how you can run that live data SQL utility, as I have already that utility. So I'll just get that utility, and here it is. You can get all these details from the description. I'll just copy this, and also I'll just save all this in that particular folder, whatever I have created. I'll just put it here. For running this utility, what we need that link. This means whatever the connection string we have given in this attendance file to link the SQL server and this attendance file. So the first thing what I'll do, I'll just copy and paste that string from here. So I'll just open this file in Notepad again, and I'll just copy this string. Make sure you're copying the string from here. So I'll just copy and make it close, and now I'll just put that connection string in this and make it save. Now still you can't run this application directly. This means if you run this application directly, it will give you that error message. So what we have to do is we have to register the DLLs first. So for registering the DLLs, just select all the DLLs, copy them all and paste it in system32 and system64. Okay, SYSTEM 32. Paste all the DLLs here. And also go to system64 and paste these DLLs too. And once the DLL pasting is done, just run the reg batch file. Run this file as administrator. Click OK. and OK again. Now you can run that application file. Just click on run as administrator. Here the application file is done. This application file will just get the data from device and save in the database. And now for the communication between this application file and the device, you will need this system's IP. This means this is your server system, so you will need to check your server IP using ipconfig. So here is the IP of your server. Now if your device is in the same network, what you have to do, you just have to put this IP in the device server IP. So now you have to put this IP in the device's server IP, this IP. And in the finger devices like T52, T60, 121 and in all the devices you will get a server setting option. In the face devices or T11N, you will see an option naming host PC IP address or manager PC IP address. So there you will need to put this IP address, and as per the device models you will need to put the server port. Once these settings are done, your devices will get an E symbol. If it's a finger devices will show you an E symbol. That will be the symbol that device and software is connected with each other. So once these are connected, device will get connected and it will come in the machine connected status. Right now device is disconnected, so it shows in machine disconnected status, and once the device is connected, it will show you here. So for now it's done. Once the device is connected, you will be able to get the report and like the desktop software, you actually don't need to do generate shift or attendance process. There is the generate shift and attendance process option, but these are for that case when there is something wrong in the attendance, then you can generate and process it manually. So once the device is connected, you won't be able to do anything. Device is connected, it will process the data automatically. You just have to open this page and go to report and get the reports. So for now it's done.